Welcome back, DBS community, back to another Dragon Ball Super video, and today I'm going to be going over just my reaction to the last starter deck that I wanted to go over, which was Yellow Frieza. I do think, and I think a lot of people, I think this doesn't seem to be like a hot take or anything, but this deck definitely seems to be the best out of the 4 decks out of the box. We'll have to see once the actual full set's revealed if there's anything that supports this deck. There's already some cards that actually do, of course. But this leader looks to be very crazy. Very, very crazy. So obviously front side is just drawing. On the back side, you have the ability of restanding 2 of your battle cards at the end of the turn. Which is, to be honest, that's very powerful. Like if you have blockers, it just gives you extra. Basically this card develops combo power, right? So you're able to swing with your guys, restand them, and unless you're playing against another yellow deck or another Frieza deck, those cards are probably going to stay on there, barring like negging effects or bouncing back effects, things like that, where your opponent has to spend energy. And this game, especially in set 1, is going to be very, like, every energy is going to be key. So let's go over some of the archetype cards that came out in the starter deck. So obviously we have Sorbet. This is your 1-drop cantrip. It's pretty powerful. We have Dodoria and Zarbon. Both are blockers, but Zarbon adds a card from life to hand when you play it. Add up to 1. So you can actually play both of these cards, swing into cards, and then restand both of these guys. Now you just developed 2 attackers that also are able to now be 2 blockers or combo power. We have, I think it's Ku and Frieza? Cole? I don't know how to say his name. He's a 3-drop 20k blocker, and when he dies, you draw a card. That's, I think, the first card we've seen in this, and out of all the starter decks that have an effect like this for the blocker, which is very good. This means, again, you have a 20k body you can use to swing, restand him, and then block with him to then draw another card, you know, if he dies. Then Frieza chooses up 20 of your opponent's battle cards and switch to rest mode. This is very powerful as well, just a 1-drop tap down anything. Again, very, very good. Then we have a Frieza 2-drop. When attacking, add up to 1 life from your hand. Add up to 1 of your life to your hand, and then choose 1 of your opponent's battle cards, 3 or less, and switch to the rest mode. And I believe this works the same way as current Dragon Ball Masters. When this card swings, your auto will happen before your opponent can block, meaning you can tap down your opponent's blocker before they can do anything. Obviously, because we do not have a negate window in this game. But this is also good. Just a 20k, tap down anything, and then swing into something else. It's pretty powerful. We have the 2 Skelos. We have a 25k and a 15k. Both are 10k combo powers. Limo and Frieza. Then we have the super combo. This is going to be the Chilai BR. Again, said this in another video. I really, really hate the naming of these cards. I don't like the fact that they're just the character name, because in the future, that's going to get pretty confusing, right? You're going to have a bunch of Chilai BR cards. I'm not a huge fan of that, so hopefully we get some diversity in set 2 when it comes to card names, because they can't just be Goku or Vegeta or Frieza. They got to have something else on there just so we can, especially like if you're building the deck online. Like I don't think DBS Planet has anything, or DBS Deck Planet has anything on there for Fusion World. But if they do, you just search Goku. You got to search through every single Goku to find the Goku you want to find. So hopefully they end up doing that. That'd be very, very cool. We have the extra cards. We have Golden, Death Beam, and Death Ball. So Golden Death Beam, choose 1 of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode that costs 3 or less and KO it. So just some spot removal. And then Death Ball, activate battle, choose your leader or a battle card and you get 15k for the battle. Then choose 1 of your opponent's battle cards with 3 or less and switch to the rest mode. So this card is also very good. So this is probably the 2nd best extra card for battle steps that I've seen so far. The best one being the Vegeta. I think the Vegeta from the blue starter deck is by far the best one, being a 15k draw one. But this card, being able to give 15k and then tap something else, it's basically like super combo power for Super Saiyan, kind of, if we had a card in Masters. So again, I think both these are good. Golden Death Beam is probably more dependent on the format or how the format looks, because I don't think this doesn't seem like a main deck card, at least right now. Probably better options for this card. And then we have the 2 SRs. So we have King Cold and Golden Frieza. So King Cold is a 4-drop, 25k blocker. When KO to its one of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode that costs 4 or less and KO it. So this card can block something and as well as kill something, which is very strong. And then we have Golden Frieza, 35k double strike. Choose its one of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode and it can't be switched to active mode during your opponent's next turn. This card's pretty good. So you play this card, you can hold something down in rest mode and then swing 25k. Now this is when this card attacks. So when your opponent has a battle card in rest mode, this card attacks, they just keep that card in rest mode. Pretty cool. Also, I think it's interesting how all of the big boss monster cards have 0 combo power. I find that very interesting. That's a very weird way of like balancing cards, is making them very strong for playable, like playability purposes, but when they're in your hand, they have very little usage other than you playing the card for the energy. So this is kind of cool. I think both of these cards are good. The King Cold is very good, actually. This is a 25k body that can swing and then you can restand it. Again, I think the Frieza deck is probably the best deck out of the box, but let me know what you guys think of that. So this is the Frieza deck. So some quick thoughts. I think, again, this is probably the best leader out of the box. So far through the reveals, I think yellow probably looks to be the strongest color in set 1. Just because it does have so many tools of things you can do. We haven't had all the reveals yet, so I'm not going to go through it like a tier list or anything and say like this is going to be the most played deck in set 1. But I think it's going to be very highly represented as a deck. And already, like, if you look at the other cards, yellow has some of the most competitive cards again. So it looks like so far yellow seems to be the color, but I do think there's hope. Like I said, again, the blue Vegeta deck, very, very strong. A lot of the cards from the set, like the blue decks, the red decks, they have very strong set leaders. So we're just gonna have to see. So that is the video. Again, a very short one. This one will probably come out on Christmas Eve. So hopefully everyone has a good Christmas. I will be back after Christmas. We'll probably be doing some Fusion World content, and then we will be in January by then, hopefully. And we'll be getting closer to Nats. So content, again, will probably slow down once we get closer to Nats, just because any free time I have is going to be going towards testing. So thank you guys for watching the video. As always, like and subscribe. I appreciate all of the support, and I will see you guys in the next video.